Guys, welcome to the TWE
Club.
Club. Yo, we're so excited. Hope you guys like that intro that we have. It's pretty cool. I love it.
It's cool.
It displays both our characters in there.
Yeah. And also the fact that we like sightseeing. Is that the right word?
Yeah. We love it. We're in love with nature. So so the TWE Club is just us sharing more about ourselves, our experiences in life, and not just music.
Yeah, not just music. So you get to see a lot more stuff, and we get to speak about other Christian aspects. So yeah, and if you want to be part of the Clubhouse, you have to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe, guys, to the new experience that we're going to be having. And on the TWE Club, we'll be giving you things like the news, latest news in the Christian industry. And also we'll be bringing you like reaction videos, and me and Cham will also be talking about some random stuff. So the first thing that we have is called What Will Jesus Do? So this segment that we have, you'll see, guys. You'll see later on the show. It's coming up later on the show. And then we will play a video, and then we'll react and say, what would Jesus do? Right? And then we also have Dialogues Den. So on Dialogues Den is just me and Shami choose a topic, and then we discuss what the topic is about, and then we just go deeper into that conversation. So Dialogues Den.
And then we have Fun Day, which is game day.
Yeah.
So we just like play a random game, but it has to either be dealing with something Christian. So,
everything is all Christian, even the news part. Did you mention the news part?
Yes. We have a what do we call it?
A news segment? I don't know.
A daily special. I don't know.
So there's like C News or something. Christian news. Yeah. So
ooh, I like that.
C News. Yeah. So that's what we're gonna start with the show with today. We're gonna bring you C News, and Shami is going to be giving us the news. So Shami, over to you.
Okay, so I recently read an article that said that a Georgia revival sees more than 200 people surrender their lives to Christ, which is huge.
In Georgia,
which is at Hillcrest Church.
Is it in America, Georgia, America?
Yes.
200 people at 1 go.
200 people at one go. They were able to get people to give their lives to Christ. Yeah, and most of them are between the ages of 13 to 20, which is shocking.
Yeah, that is huge. And also, we need to also check. A lot of people give their life to Christ on the Passion conferences. So maybe we need to check that too. And how many young people gave their life to Christ at the Passion conference, which happened at the beginning of this year. Yeah. And by the way, guys, Happy New Year. If you're watching this, you made it. You made it out of 2020. So you made it, and we are so many things happened in 2020. We lost lives, we lost people close to us, but also great things that God has been doing. We started the worship experience. For those who are watching us for the first time and they don't know what this worship experience is about, me and Shami have a radio show where we host and we play some music and we discuss in between. And it's grown exponentially in just the space of few months. So we decided to start off this channel so that we can get to know you guys better and you guys get to know us better. So subscribe to this channel. Continue with the news, Shami.
So basically they had all these people between 13 and 20. But my issue when it comes to just getting people to receive Jesus Christ, like what happens after? Do they have certain people that go straight after that certain person? Because if it's 200 people, then what's the point of getting 200 people by next month? There's only 50 people
at church. But I guess for me, I get that. Now we come from a church environment where there's like what do they crusades, right? Crusades. A lot of people bring their lives to Christ, right? But then you don't see them in church. I still believe that maybe people find their certain path. Them not coming to church doesn't mean that they're not Christians anymore. You get what I'm saying? So maybe they find their own path. Maybe they go to another church, or and maybe they start sharing the message with someone else. So I guess the good thing is that they decided to make that decision. It's not a decision that you take lightly. So That's good. What? Bless you.
I
She
tried
doesn't
to
have
hold
the
it in.
corona.
I tried to hold it in and I just couldn't. But yeah.
Yeah. So what else is on the news?
Um.
You had one line of news, guys. You see what I'm working with. I said like you're going to deal with the news, and she had one line. One line. Okay. Any news in entertainment? What's happening in entertainment currently?
Okay, so in entertainment, if you watch the Grammys or whatever, I think you would know the new issue that has risen with the whole fact that Kanye West, which is someone who doesn't usually sing gospel music, has won Christian Grammy Artist of the Year, and a lot of artists,
Christian music singers are like,
they're not saying that he doesn't deserve it, but they're saying that there's people who've been working harder. Everything sounds better. He only got this because
he's famous.
He's popular.
But that's know what?
That's the whole point.
We're gonna talk about this in our next episode, an episode coming after this one. We're going to be talking about the Christian culture and the cancel culture and everything. Yeah. I think we need to dwell more into this one. It's going to be a very interesting one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But comment below, like, what do you personally think? Like, do you think that the Christian artists are right in their thinking, or are they just being bogus? Like, they should just accept that he's also joined the group now.
It's not even a group. He's joined the revolution. He has become a Christian on his own, in his own right. So in as much in our spiritual growth, right? Yeah. You can receive Christ as your personal savior today, right? Mm-hmm. And I've been a Christian for 20 years, right?
Yeah, but
you can still grow faster than me and even bigger than I am in spiritually, even though I've been in church for 20 years.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I mean there's different things.
There's different things. Yeah.
All right, guys. So the next segment is my favorite segment, and it's called "What Will Jesus Do?" Check it out. What will Jesus do?
Yeah, so what we do on the segment is that we pick a video. Any video, doesn't have to be specific to Christians or whatever. Pick any video, and then we just be like, what would Jesus do in that situation? What would Jesus do?
Yeah.
So yeah, Munya, what video do we have for today?
So the video that we're going to be looking at is a scene from a Spider-Man movie in 2002, where Spider-Man is given a choice to either save a bunch of kids and Mary Jane. So yeah, let's play the video, and then you guys can also comment in the section and say, what do you think Jesus would do if he was in this scenario, given this scenario like Spider-Man? What do you think Jesus would do? So yeah, let's play this scene.
Make your choice, Spider-Man, and see how a hero is rewarded.
Don't do it, Goblin!
We are who we choose to be. Now choose!
Yo. It's like we are who we choose to be. Yo, Goblin was very evil.
Yeah.
And it's like, you like this girl, and there's a bunch of kids because you've got a conscience, right? So what would Shabby do? This before we even get to what would Jesus do, what would Shabby do?
I would have really liked to save the kids.
Why would you want to save the
kids? Because they are a lot. If she's just one person.
Okay, so you value life by number.
You see, when you put it like that, it doesn't sound right.
Okay. You'll save the kids. Personally, I would save Mary Jane. And the reason why I say I'll save Mary Jane, because, right? And why I think also Jesus will save. Come on, guys, it's Mary Jane. He loves Mary Jane. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you know that Spider-Man loves Mary Jane. And yeah, I think I'll save Mary Jane first, right?
Yeah, but I think that goes for everyone with like a significant other or whatever. If your family was to be put there, like your one, your mom, your dad,
Yeah.
and a bunch of kids you don't know, I think you're honestly going to save. Yeah. And Munya, what is your biblical reason for saving Mary Jane?
Okay, I don't have a biblical reason, right? But I also think that Jesus would save Mary Jane. The reason why, because I take this as the relationship Spider-Man and Mary Jane. I take it as our relationship with God. I mean, Jesus calls us the bride, right? He calls us the church the bride, right? So I take it in as much that we as a church, we are Jesus's bride, right? And we are the sons of God, right? So that's where I'm taking it, and why I think Jesus will save Mary Jane first, because I mean, we're Jesus's bride, and the reason why as well that I think he would go for Mary Jane is that, I mean, the Bible says he goes for the he leaves the 99 going for the one.
Okay,
I know it's a crazy scenario, but it doesn't really fit in.
Yeah. You said this earlier before we watched this video, is that he said, "Oh, all the little children must come to him."
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Jesus loved the little children. You know that other song? Jesus loved the little children. I don't know.
You see? So yeah, comment below. Tell us what you think Jesus would do.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Jesus will say. But anyway, let's finish the video. Let's finish the video, and we'll see what will happen. It's quite dramatic.
You just had to leave everyone on a cliffhanger. That's not right. He left everyone on a cliffhanger.
There we go. And as you can see, Spider-Man went on to save Mary Jane first.
Yeah.
And then he still got the kids too. So I'm going to pose this right now. So I guess that actually makes sense with what I was saying, that Jesus will obviously save us, his bride first, and then saves the rest of the world. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Those who've come to him already.
Yeah, we get preference. Oh yeah, sorry for the non-Christians watching this, but it's your opportunity to get preference, right?
Ahoy up there! We're gonna bring the barge right onto you!
I have a revelation. I have a revelation. You see that boat? I take it as the church. So Jesus has saved you, saved Mary Jane, whatever, right? And now the church is saying that we've got the boat. Come right. The people who have been saved by Jesus, we're gonna groom them and then make them the best that they can be. So that's the church. That's where we come in.
Okay.
That's where we come in.
Listen! I need you to climb down! Yes, you can! MJ, you can do it! You have to! Trust me. Hold on tight! And go quickly!
Wow.
No, this just reminds me of, like, you know how Jesus always tells us, you can, like, he's there to help us through certain things, and then sometimes he'd be like, no, but you know, if you put your foot right there, you can make it. You're gonna be fine if you just like put your foot there, and then even though you're scared, you just have to trust, you know, that got your back.
I think that's basically what Christianity is about. Is that God is not gonna be like walking us like
he's not gonna spoon feed us.
Yeah, he wants us also to make the action, like faith without works is not actually faith. You get what I'm saying? So even the example where Jesus was walking on water, right? And then and he was walking on water, and then he called up on the disciples, and only Peter came out, and then he actually started walking on water.
Everybody always speaks about the part he failed, but the fact that he was actually brave enough to get out of the boat and walk for a bit of little steps, that's a big thing.
He had some big faith.
Yeah.
Some big faith. Yeah, let's continue watching.
Hurry!
I can't do it!
Hang on, Mary Jane! He's not gonna make it! He's gonna make it!
Doubtful Thomas there. Did you see the doubtful Thomas? He was there.
It's like, Jesus, show me.
Show me your marks.
It's like he's not gonna make it. It's like when you praying and you like praying and you're like, God intervene, God intervene. Then you see God like, it's like he's not there.
You're just speaking to yourself.
Oh, there's this guy.
It's time to die.
Come on up here, dumb guy! I got a little something for you!
Kick your freaking ass!
Leave Spider-Man alone! You gonna pick on a guy trying to save a bunch of kids? Oh yeah, I got some for your ass! You mess with Spidey, you mess with New York! You mess with one of us, you mess with all of us!
Ooh, you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So I think that's an encouragement for the whole Christian community, is that, we're not fighting against each other. Sometimes as Christians in churches and things like that, you might forget, right? And this is just like to encourage each and one of us that
Reminder.
we don't wrestle against flesh and blood. But we wrestle against principalities. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that is the scene from Spider-Man. If you have a take at what is happening, send it in a comment. And if you think you got a better idea on what Jesus would do, would he save the kids or would he save Mary Jane?
And even if you have another idea of what video clips that we could use and what would Jesus do?
Yeah.
Then, you just send them to us.
Yeah, on the comments below, and just suggest a video that you think we could react to or add on this What Would Jesus Do segment of the show, which is my favorite anyway. Yeah. So yeah, what is the next segment?
Okay, it's Dialogues Dan. That's what's
Dialogues
up.
Dan. So yeah, this is episode of Dialogues Den.
So there's many different reasons of why we fast, but you have to understand what fasting is. So basically, fasting is abstaining from something that you are used to. So it's from all sorts of things.
Yeah,
so it
like
can be
eating.
Food, can be I'm gonna be fasting from watching this. I don't know. It can be different.
Fasting from Netflix.
Fasting from Netflix.
Yeah.
It's different things that you can fast from, but the most common fasting is fasting from food. So basically, the reasons why we fast, and I've been reading for this past few days, I've been reading from the book of Ezra. And basically what will be happening where I'm at right now is that they're building tabernacle, and there's all these, the Persians are giving them problems with building the tabernacle, and then they start praying and they fasting for this tabernacle to be able to build it properly. And Ezra 8 verse 23 speaks to strengthen prayer. Fasting is about strengthening prayer, and it says numerous incidents happen in the Old Testament that connect to fasting, especially intercessory prayer. So prayer goes hand in hand in fasting.
And currently, and the reason why we actually brought up this conversation, because in our church, at the beginning of the year, we start off the year with prayer and fasting. So we thought, I think it's the best conversation to have on Dialogues Dan for the first one, because currently we are in that.
So also, I don't know, the Old Testament is really about this fasting thing. Like they really be doing this.
They went deep into like covering themselves in ashes and wearing sackcloth and things like that.
They do some weird stuff that I'm glad we don't have to do now. I
don't know. We've got better understanding. I don't know. Yeah.
And in Judges, this is the one that was like for me like a huge light bulb. It was from Judges 20, verse 26, and it speaks about we fast to seek God's guidance, which is crazy. And the notes that comes with it is, as with prayer, fasting is to seek God's guidance isn't done to change God, but to make us more receptive to his guidance. And that's huge. How many times do you get, like, do you pray for something you want it, like you really, really want it,
and then it doesn't happen,
and it just doesn't happen?
So fasting doesn't really change God's mind, according to that.
It makes you more receptive to his guidance. Like it makes you more receptive to the fact that, okay, these were my plans. These were not God's plans for me.
You can get an answer to say, God can even tell you that, child, your ways here, your plans here were not my plans for you. And
in the end, they were not really going to do much for you. You were going to enjoy now.
And that's exactly what Baba Guti was saying. Baba Guti is the founder of our church, and he was talking about why we fast and what fasting is really about. So let's just play a little clip from the message he shared.
Saka mukatsanya musingaverengi hapana chinoitika chakawanda.
If you fast without reading the word of God, you will not see a lot of miracles.
Kutsanya kunobetsera chete kuti nyama iderere pasi mweya aone nguwa yakunamata chete.
So what basically he's saying is the spirit man is like lifted up and the flesh is turned down. And it's fasting, that's mainly what it is. So you're not going to change God's mind. You get what I'm saying? But you're creating an environment in your being to be more receptive. To hear from God, to be more receptive about God. And
so when you tell me the type of fastings that
I know,
or no,
okay, the ones I've done, so there's one that they call Daniel fasting. That's when they're in Babylon and whatever, and then they told the people who were serving them that to only give them like a certain type of veggies and fruits and veggies, right? That's the one type of fasting, is that they didn't fast from all the foods, but they fasted from like certain foods. So and then they just ate fruit and veggies. So I've done that before. And then there's also what they call dry fasting. So that's literally just not eating anything.
That's what we're doing right now.
Yeah, it's literally not eating anything and only breaking a fast at the end of the day. Yeah. And then there's also like a day and night fasting. A day and night fasting is like you literally spend the whole day from morning to sunset until the next day. Right? That's pretty much a fasting that Jesus did. There's a fasting that Jesus did for 40 days and 40 nights. And that relates
back like to the whole thing that that's why he was, I think, this is just my theory. I also think that's why he was able to conquer the devil's temptation. So the fact that the spirit man was really above.
Was like heightened.
Heightened. That whatever the devil was saying was getting in here and going out.
Because the spirit man was like heightened up. So are you trying to say that when you don't fast, your flesh is like right up there?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that it does help to keep your spirit there. When you start feeling weak in the spirit, I think it's time to, I think you should just be like, okay, maybe it's time that I, fast and pray. So that my spirit man goes back to where he should
on
be.
top,
Because that's where he should be. To start off with, that's where he should be the highest thing that, like anything comes, temptation comes, that I can definitely do this because my spirit man's above my flesh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear you. And then what are the other benefits of fasting? Or why do we fast?
Why do we fast? We fast to seek deliverance or protection. Chronicles 20 verse 3-4. And it says it's another common reason for fasting in the Old Testament was to seek deliverance from enemies or circumstances. Yeah. So, yeah, what do you think about that?
To seek deliverance.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's a very, thick would need more.
But it's still linked with prayer, right?
Yeah, it's all linked. As you can see, everything is linked with prayer. If you're going to fast. Because if you just fast then without prayer, then you just kind of on a hunger strike.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I wanted to say, because anyone can literally fast. Anyone can fast for any specific reason. People do it for health reasons.
People
apparently
do it for
now there's
losing weight.
there's like intermittent fasting and stuff like that. So as a Christian, your fasting needs to be accompanied by reading and prayer, because at the end of the day you kind of decreasing the flesh so that you can lift up the spirit. And the way you lift up the spirit is by hearing and listening to the word of God and prayer. Yeah, so that's my opinion on that.
Yeah. To another one, to overcome temptation and to dedicate yourself to God. Oh,
that's exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you were talking about. Is the what do you call this? Yeah, that's exactly what you were talking about.
Yeah, it's this one actually is from the New Testament, Matthew 4 verse 1-11. So that's a bit, it's a lengthy thing that I think can help you to understand more about fasting. Yeah. So
Okay.
I think fasting is a very difficult thing, to do. You need, you can't just do it.
There has to be a specific reason. From every example that you gave there's a specific reason. Some are doing it so that they can get closer to God, and so they can be more receptive to God and fighting temptations.
Dedicating yourself to God. There's so many reasons, and a very important one, to express love and worship for God.
To say that I'm sacrificing.
Sacrificing.
It's a like a
Yeah.
an example or a term of sacrifice, because you're saying that, Lord, I'm sacrificing this so that I can get
This reminds
closer.
me about something that I went to Catholic
High school, yeah.
high school, and basically they have a period before I'm not sure, please don't if I get it wrong, but the before Easter there's the 40-day period and whatever, and there's Lent during that period. And Lent, you give up something that you like or something that you feel is, you give up something for Lent, which is sort of a fasting in a type of way. So a lot of people usually give up things like sweets. I'm going to give up doing that. I'm not going to watch TV for this time. I'm going to dedicate that time that I would have been doing that to God. And that's just a show of love. To be like, I am sacrificing, I'm willing to sacrifice all these things just so I can be closer to God. So, yeah.
Yo, that is our episode of Dialogues Den. And yeah, I think this is where we're going to be ending the show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in on our show. We've got some exciting stories coming through, and like we said about the cancel culture, which will be on our next episode. So yeah, subscribe and
Like, comment,
like and comment.
subscribe.
Yeah, and if you got some videos that you want us to react on, just send us to us, and then we'll react on what will Jesus do. So yeah, until we meet again, guys, and don't forget, guys, like we say, that we are part of a radio show that we host every Friday. So
From 9
make sure
to
you
10
tune in on
PM.
the show, and
What? Yeah.
9 to 10 p.m. Central African time. Yeah. So make sure you tune in, and we get to sometimes to worship together and just have fun in the presence of God. And this is us signing out. Oh, oh, oh.